Hello everyone, back tuning in to today's first video, doing weekend forecast for today's first video. As always on a Saturday, we're having a detailed look at the weather for the week ahead. So we're starting off bitterly cold. East winds have set in and they will be bringing snow in the next 24 to 36 hours. But this is a fairly short-lived cold spell. So as we go through the start of next week, we will find the temperature moderating quite quickly. And we'll be coming out of the freezer through the course of next week, seeing the temperatures returning closer to average. And we probably end the week on quite a wet and windy note. So a lot of changes coming up again in the week ahead. I'll tell you for everything that's going on in a moment. Just a reminder that you can read the written version as well of the weekend broadcast. You just click buttons at the top of the page and that will take you through to the written version of the weekend forecast. Later on today, we've got the CFS 6 months look ahead. That's just for fun. It's taking us from next month, from April through to September. Can you believe? So it covers the rest of the spring. And, not that we've had any spring yet, really, but it covers the rest of spring and the summer too. So you'll be able to see the latest from the CFS. Just a bit of a laugh this evening around 5 or 6 o'clock. Right, let's get on with weekend forecast. Websites using coming from theweatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de. You can find links to both those websites on the links page. This is the latest radar picture. You can see the showers are piling into the east once again. So they're from eastern parts of Scotland down into the south and southeast of Scotland, through northern England in towards the Midlands, and then coming further south of that, we've got a more general area of snow through southern parts of East Anglia and into the South Midlands as well. If I show you the precipitation type, you'll see there's a lot of snow coming out of these showers now. But it's pretty beefy showers as well, especially across parts of the North Midlands over towards Lincolnshire and then going up towards northern England. Some quite vibrant colours there, indicating some heavy snow showers. There's that more general area of snow that we've got down across the south, and even across the far south we have got some more persistent areas of rain and snow going on down there. If I show you the dew point, you can see that pretty much across the whole country now the dew points have gone below freezing once again. Just in the very far south and southwest around the Channel, far southwest of England, is the dew point still a little bit above freezing. But for most of the country, the dew points are below freezing now, which means that anything that falls out of the sky at spray mist, we have the first beast from the east. Anything that falls out of the sky when the dew point is below freezing will fall as snow, as long as the upper air temperatures are below freezing. So, and that is definitely the case today. So pretty much the whole country will see snow if you have precipitation today. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart, and a classic chart again with the high pressure over Scandinavia. The wind is in from the east. Again, it's a bitterly cold wind. Follow the isobars back. The air, once again, is originating from Russia and Siberia. So, for the rest of this afternoon, we'll see more snow showers piling into the east. Some of them will be heavy. They'll be bringing accumulations of snow in places, and with tightly packed ice bars, it's also windy, so some of that snow will start to drift where it's lying. It'll start to blow around. The snow showers might merge up into longer spells of snow, and that's probably likely across parts of northern England, around the Humber, around the Wash, in towards the North Midlands, possibly over towards North Wales. And then again, we've got that more persistent area of snow down towards the south. In between, it's a case of sunny spells and snow showers. It'll be Western Scotland and Northern Ireland that get the driest and sunniest of the weather today. It's a bitterly cold day. Temperatures are going to be barely above freezing, just +1 or +2 at the very best. Some places will stay around freezing all day, so it'll feel even colder than that, especially across England and Wales, with that strong up to 30 mile an hour easterly wind. A significant wind chill factor will make it feel below freezing once again through the course of this afternoon. Overnight tonight, we keep this very cold weather going with these strong easterly winds across England and Wales, and they'll be feeding in more snow showers. So we might have a more persistent area of snow developing across some parts of England and Wales through the evening. Or across England, I suppose, through the evening. And then that'll push over towards Wales and the southwest of England as we get through towards the second half of the night and Sunday morning. Some of those snow showers bursts of snow could be quite heavy, and again they could give accumulations of snow maybe up to 2 or 3 centimetres on low ground, with possibly more up on high ground. Some places will miss them though, and will stay mainly green and not get too much in the way of snow. As we go further north, well, again through Scotland and Northern Ireland, you have a less of a risk of snow through the course of tonight because you're close to this area of high pressure, so be very cold and frosty up there. Temperatures might go as low as around -5 or -6. In fact, all areas will be sub-zero tonight, with a penetrating frost and again a severe wind chill factor, particularly across England and Wales, where we have those strong, bitterly cold easterly winds. Into Sunday, and the high pressure is beginning to slip down across Scotland, but we remain in this easterly wind, so it'll be another windy and very cold day for England and Wales. I think we're going to find the snow sort of congregating to the southwest, so through parts of southwest Midlands into southern and west parts of Wales, then down into southwest England. We could have quite a heavy and substantial area of snow through the course of Sunday. Might give up to 10 centimetres, 4 inches over high ground, although around the coast it may fall just as rain and sleet, particularly down towards the coastal areas of Devon and Cornwall. But again, a significant snow event is possible in the southwest through the course of tomorrow. Elsewhere, we have snow showers through the morning. They'll tend to ease off, I think, through the course of the afternoon, becoming mostly confined to East Anglia and southeastern England. The bulk of the country will finish up Sunday on a dry note. Away from the southwest, where we'll have rain and snow, and the southeast, where there will still be snow showers. Most places will finish Sunday dry. It'll be a very cold day again tomorrow, with temperatures barely above freezing, just again +1, +2 at the very best. Some places will stay at or below freezing all day, and we still have a strong east wind across England and Wales, so it will feel bitterly cold once again. Now, as we go through into Monday, high pressure is toppling down over the top of the country, and that's starting to turn the wind from that very cold easterly to a less cold north to northwesterly. So Monday is when recovery from this mini beast from the east begins to take place. We may have a more general area of mostly light snow moving across southern counties during Sunday evening and overnight, but the majority of the country on Sunday night, which will actually be dry and very frosty. It's going to be a really cold night, I think, on Sunday night, with lighter winds. Temperatures could well go down to -8 across some snow cover, might even go lower than that, so really quite a severe frost, certainly for so late in March, possible on Sunday night. So obviously Monday starts very frosty, and there will be ice around as well. We should see the temperature starting to recover through the course of the day. There's going to be a lot of dry weather around on Monday, with sunny spells, some cloud and showery bursts of rain, maybe a little bit of sleet mixed in, could move down the eastern side, but the majority of the country, I think, has a dry day on Monday. But it'll be cold. Temperatures are going to be around 3 to 7 Celsius, but less cold, much less cold than is the case during the course of this weekend. But that's still colder than average, of course, for the middle of March. Tuesday looks like that. High pressure is dominating the weather. Now it's beginning to sit just to the southwest of Ireland, so you can see we are beginning to draw in more of an influence from the Atlantic with the air mass. Again, a lot of dry weather. Eastern and southeast parts of the country, probably more cloud and little bits of light drizzly rain, but the bulk of the country will be fine and dry with bright or sunny spells. And the temperatures, again, just lifting up a little bit more, so probably ranging from around 4 to 8 degrees Celsius as we go through into Tuesday. Expect frost early and late, not as severe as it will be on Sunday night, but nevertheless still quite substantially colder than average, really, even up to the middle part of the week. Wednesday sees that high pressure beginning to slip more towards the south, beginning to draw the air in from off the Atlantic. There'll be a weather front bringing cloud and outbreaks of rain into western Scotland and Northern Ireland. The bulk of the country, though, will be dry on Wednesday, with brighter sunny spells of frost to begin with. But by day, in the March sunshine, we'll see temperatures lifting up, possibly to around 9 or 10 degrees in the far south or southwest. That's close to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Thursday sees a weather front moving in from off the Atlantic, so a band of cloud and showery rain will spread southwards and eastwards through the course of the day. Might not arrive into the far southeast until evening, and in the northwest it'll tend to turn brighter and more showery again behind that band of mostly light and showery rain that will be spreading across the country on Thursday. Temperatures might reach 10 or 11 degrees in the south, that's around 50 to 52 Fahrenheit. It will feel much more like what you'd expect on the 22nd of March. It all goes rather downhill though for Friday as a deep area of low pressure develops to the west of Scotland, and that spreads an active weather front across the country. So although eastern areas might start off Friday with some sunshine and maybe a bit of a frost, we'll have wet and windy weather in the west through the morning. That wet and windy weather will sweep across the country during the course of Friday afternoon with some quite heavy rain possible in places. Sunny spells and showers will return to western Scotland and much of Ireland during the course of Friday afternoon. Temperatures again around 9 or 10 degrees at best, but it'll feel cooler, of course, with all of that wet and windy weather. And then I'm afraid that sets us up for a very, very unsettled weekend next weekend. Low pressure will be anchored more or less over the top of the country again on both Saturday and on Sunday too, and we may start to draw in some slightly colder air again into this low pressure, so it's a case of showers or longer spells of rain really on both Saturday and Sunday. But by the time we get through to Sunday, we might see the showers beginning to turn wintry, especially over high ground of Scotland, but really unsettled conditions next weekend with more wet weather coming back. So finally, have a look at charts on Weather Outlook so you can see weather in your area over the next few days. Here's all the snow that we've got in the east through the course of today, with temperatures staying at or below freezing for much of the day. Into tonight, we keep more snow going in the east, and as we get through into tomorrow morning, that snow will start to push westwards as well. And not everywhere is going to get significant accumulations of snow, but there will be significant accumulations of snow with this. So if you're planning to be travelling about this evening or tonight or even this afternoon, I suggest checking out the severe weather warnings from the UK Met Office and just have a look at the radar picture and see what is happening in your location, because it's going to be very showery in nature, more so than the first beast from the east. So that means more areas will miss the snow altogether, but more areas, or not more areas, but some areas will get significant accumulations of snow. It's very difficult to pick out the exact areas, but you're going to see the snowiest of the weather with this. What we can say is we're going to tomorrow morning, we're going to find the snow becoming more and more confined towards the west, with eastern areas turning drier. So through the course of tomorrow, the snow should tend to ease off. By the time we go through to Monday, a lot of dry weather. It's still cold on Monday, and there's a severe frost to start off with, but the temperatures will recover just a little bit, so it won't be quite as cold on Monday as it will be over the weekend. And then that recovery in the temperature with a lot of dry weather continues through Tuesday and into Wednesday. As we get through to the second half of the week, it turns more unsettled. Cloud and showery rain spreads across the country on Thursday, and then it turns really wet and windy potentially on Friday. Temperatures getting back to where you would expect them to be, or close to where you'd expect them to be in the second half of March. Maybe even still a little bit below average even by Friday, to be honest, but certainly nowhere near as cold as it is right now will be for the rest of the weekend. So in summary, Beast from the East Part 2 is upon us. It's a mini beast, this one, so it's not going to last too long, but certainly for the weekend, it's going to be bitterly cold, and there will be significant and disruptive snow in places, penetrating frost and more ice too. So do check out the severe weather warnings at the UK Met Office if you are at all worried about the conditions this weekend. Next week we will see a slow recovery in the temperature. It's going to be a pretty slow process, but we will see the temperatures day by day sort of going into recovery. Lots of dry weather through the first half of the week, but the second half of the week we go back to more wind and rain. CFS 6 month look ahead is coming up later on today. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.